Hi, I'm Dan, and welcome to my garage. This video series, however long it may end up being, is going to be covering the restoration, revival, gentle modification of the vehicle you see behind us. This is my grandfather's 1945 International K3 one-ton pickup. This truck was sitting in a field in northern Wisconsin for the better part of 60 years until this past May. I went up and, with the help of my brother-in-law and my aunt and uncle who now own the farm, we pulled it out of the dirt and the mud and the weeds, and I hauled it down here to where I live in central Oklahoma. And with the goal of restoring it. Take you on a walk around. The truck had been on the farm since late 40s, early 50s. Grandfather bought it used when he got home from the war. It's World War II. So he was the second owner. He purchased it used. Kind of in a large but narrow space here, so try to give you a good shot of what we're dealing with. I did take video of the recovery, but technical errors lost all the audio for it, so it was a waste. But at the end of this, I will put pictures on the end of this video to show what it looked like when we recovered it. Take you for a walk around. Sitting in the weeds, it's not too bad. Never mind the light. There's a motion sensor light in here that's flicking on and off, and I don't have any control of lighting in this facility. But we are missing some pieces that the test of time decided to take for us. I think I dug about 6 inches of the finest black dirt and compost out of the back of this thing from leaves and twigs and organic material settling. You have typical damage of a vehicle this age that was just sitting unprotected. Rust through the eyebrow panel, rotted floors where mice and dirt were allowed to do their thing. And that battery access panel over there, I actually have that, but gonna have to make a new floor anyway. Have to get better lighting in here. I mean, the rockers are bad, but the sills are solid. Running boards are solid. And this was buried. We had to dig this thing out. This was buried below the rocker panels in the dirt, so I believe that's what saved it, just not being exposed to air. But this is going to be fairly easy to replicate. But like I said, the bed, that's just from leaves. Fenders, that'll have to be rebuilt, but that's because that was sitting under the dirt. Doors actually closed. Windows roll up and down still. Fenders are fairly solid except for some tears, you know, metal repair. Grills pushed in from being used to push around lumber and hay and then being pushed around again by tractors after it was taken out of service. Engine bay. Unfortunately, this engine's done. This is just a block of iron at this point. But this is going to be replaced by a 289 Ford. Just a stock 2-barrel 289 Ford. Almost forgot I had this. There we go. But yeah. I mean, the important parts are still intact. Firewall's pretty good. The floor itself needs to be redone, but that's mostly just a flat panel with some curves, which should be fairly reasonable to replicate, reproduce. Not enough hands. The eyebrow panel where the wiper blades or wiper motors are is rusted out from trapped water and also mice. Some dents in the roof from trees and tornadoes. But, you know, a little bit at a time. We'll get it. But first thing we gotta do is take it apart. So, yeah, doors closed pretty solid for the old girl. Said this run board also is unusually solid for what this truck had been through. So let's get to it. Kind of goals for today are, sorry for blinding everyone, I'm new to this filming. So, goals for today are to get the hood off, possibly the fenders off, to basically expose the engine. That way I can get the engine out and start fitting the new engine. So stand by. I was a little bit more organized and be more organized. I don't want to use the Spitfire as the cup holder. Also, you may have caught it. I have a Spitfire. It's being used as a shelf right now, but this does run. And it runs good. Just haven't had time in the past year now to take it out. But yeah, this will be on the channel. Yeah, this thing runs really good. But back to the International. Oh, I'm not the first one to take this hood off. There's a mismatched hardware. I know, got the green devil. I won't even go use it. I mean, fit. Wrong way. Let's see if I got a universal socket. Wish I would have brought a block of wood with me, but driver's side of the hood's a little mangled, so I don't think I can get the ratchet in there, or the electric in there. I got something to hold this up with. There we go. Jack handle. That's what came out of that side. So I'm all right. Let's get everything out of our way. There we go. Certainly makes things more easier. Put the hardware. Let's see what it takes to get these. Fenders off. The literature for this truck is correct. Front end of this truck should more or less come off in one piece. It was done that way to facilitate servicing. Alright, what's that? A half inch. Yeah, make this easier on myself and harder. Funny story, I've only bought one set of jack stands in my life. All the other jack stands I've gotten from my sister that she's bought, and then she moved and didn't want to take her jack stands with her. It's so much easier when it's not sitting in a field. For those of you with weak stomachs, more Ryobi. I know I'm kind of sweating like a pig, but it's 85 degrees outside, and I'm in a tin shed. One thing about these 1-ton international trucks and Fords up until I think about 65, they run what they call the Big 6 lug pattern on the 1-tons. It's a 6 on 7 and a half lug pattern. Those wheels don't exist anymore. So to get wheels for this, just to roll it on a trailer and to transport it, I designed this adapter to put a 6 on 5.5 wheel off of a half-ton GMC Chevrolet from mid 60s up until 88. Unfortunately, it's not real suitable for road use because of the modifications I had to do to the wheels to get them over the full float axle hubs in the back. But it was a solution to get it out of the dirt on the trailer and into the shop here, or into the storage unit here. But you gotta do what you gotta do, I suppose. That's all going away because plans have changed, and this is getting an axle swap in the back because, well, for one, brake components for this thing are just unobtainium. Well, it's got drum brakes front and rear. Relining the shoes is not impossible, and there's still a few shops out there. But everything else, the brake hardware, especially master cylinders, I would have to either spend a lot of money to get the master cylinders rebored, repaired, and sent back to me, or adapt some other vehicles' master or slave cylinders, wheel cylinders. And then there's the gear ratio on the rear end is 4.875 to 1, which is very low. So this thing would have a practical top speed of like maybe 60 miles an hour. I got a splinter, yep. Steel splinter, which should be no good for, any kind of daily driving without just tearing up an engine. And the rear end on this thing is pretty wide, so I'm gonna be swapping out the rear end with an 8.8 inch axle from a tool drive 93 or 94 F-150. That'll give me, well, still be drum brakes, but it'll be drum brakes that I can get parts for. Drum brakes I can get parts for. And being a tool drive truck, it gives me a 308 to 1 gear ratio. So it give me a nice highway gear. And to top it all off, well, I don't know if I mentioned it, transmission I'm using a two-wheel drive T18 of early 80s Ford, which it's very similar to what's in this unsynchronized, super low first gear, which is neither here nor there. 1-to-1 gear ratio, fourth gear. But that'll go behind the 289 without any problems. Use an off-the-shelf Ford clutch. So it should give it some legs on the highway. That's the hope anyway. And the 289, that's out of a 65 Galaxy. It's starting out as a 2-barrel, just a C code. But of course, I'm gonna put a 4-barrel Holley 600 CFM on it. I'll have to jet it down to suit the 289, but that's not a problem either. But that driveline package should be nice and happy together. All right, let's see what we can do under here. How much damage we can do. Oh, one thing I want to do is pull off one of these. Pull off one of these lever shocks, take it back to the house, and see about rebuilding it. Taking it apart, cleaning it up. inner fender comes off first. Oh, that works too. Ow. Things are gonna get violent. Yes, more Ryobi. Move the camera. All right. What is that other one? That is. Oh no. Okay. Oh no, I'm getting rid of Tina or something. I don't know. Alright, got the inner fender out. Now got to deal with outer fender. Got a cushion mount here, and then looks like one, two, three, 4 bolts going up the 4, 5, 6 bolts going up the course, going up the grill. Would have 2 along the back on the running board, but that part of the fender is rusted away. So let's try to get these ones off the apologize for angles, but got a lot of sun coming in the overhead door and it's just washing out the camera. Now, and 2 screws up on top. Phillips up on top, or two regulars up on top, flatheads, whatever. Whew. Screw I left in. Oh, that's why. That's an interesting way to do it. They retain the wiring harness by just pinching the top edge of the fender over. Well, I'm about to lose battery, so that's probably a good spot to cut it off for now. I'll probably pull the other side off. I'll film because it's about much the same. Really don't need to see me struggling and sweating. But to start, hardware's coming off out easier than I expected. So here's me, sweaty me. Let's not get washed out by the unrelenting sun. But I'm Dan. Guess the channel's name is Dan's International Garage. Double meeting, didn't catch that. 45 International. Got a Triumph Spitfire behind me down there. So Dan, signing off for Dan's International Garage. Yeah, hope you like what you saw, and I promise the videos will get better with time, because this was unbearable for probably everyone who might be watching. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.